Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hi Sab. Hi Robbie.
Good evening.
Hi everyone,
Hi.
happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. We skipped one, so I'm so excited. It's been so long, and we have
Yes.
Jasmine back.
Woo!
Ooh, thank you for coming. Thank you for
Absolutely
being with us,
stunning as
Jasmine.
always.
Oh my
Finally.
god! And she already looks perfect. I think we should stop there. Shouldn't do anything
Yeah,
else.
I will just explain and then we can
That
just
was a very quick creative corner.
Let's go for it. What are we doing? What is that, Sabrina? Maybe we can go a bit
So-
closer.
Yeah, maybe we can already show a little bit. On the Instagram stories and pictures, we already posted the look. And it was really nice because every week it's like a challenge to find a new hairstyle to show you guys. And Nicholas showed me a picture of Valentino, and they had like these fishtail braids for a photo shoot. I don't know if they used it
Yeah,
in the
that was
show.
one of the latest collections. So they did this photo
Yeah.
shoot, and I think this is gonna be quite of a trendy look. So I was like, wow, let's do something like that.
And we already did one at our collection last year.
Right. So
So this is going to be a fishtail braid, but I've used a different technique for braiding with how I start. So I will show you guys that. And I will show you the difference. I have one half on the doll with a different section if you start too low, when you see the difference on her head, but I will explain that later. I think we will go into the products what I used for the prep because we had no curling iron, just blow dry. And I think we need to show somebody to the camera. Jasmine has a new baby.
this
And
is
now I
so beautiful. I
I'm
wanna
just
kiss you.
totally zoomed on the dog right now.
Yes, let's do doggy
Sorry.
hair.
Jasmine, you are beautiful, but the dog is taking over.
You are beautiful, but the dog is taking over. We can all relate to that. Yeah, it's a little bit short. Maybe we should put in some extensions. Like, Okay, so it's been a while since I've seen Jasmine also, and this is the first week we are allowed to work again. So it's amazing to be back in the salon. This is my 7th work day this week. So very excited to be back on track again and to see you all. What I've done with Jasmine is I've blow dried her hair with the multiplying volume styling mist. And I've just roughly blow dried it, put a round brush to it, just to get some lift and a little bit of texture at the roots. And I will use the Another Day dry shampoo just to get that extra texture at the roots for the braiding, to get some extra grip. So I'm just going to spray it only at the roots over here. So I'm not going to spray it all the hair, just only the top part. And again, I love it. It's 100% vegan formulated. It has a botanical caviar. And what's absolutely amazing about this is it gives no white residue. So I'm spraying it in the hair. It feels kind of like a hairspray, but when it dries, it dries up drier like a dry shampoo. So also really nice on darker hair. And as you can see, Jasmine has darker roots. So also perfect for that.
And Sabrina, it also doesn't leave any residue, so you're still able to work with the hair.
Yes. And it's not normally with other dry shampoos because they leave the white residue.
Yeah.
Especially when you start braiding, you're going to see that residue on the hair. And with this, you're not. So you're getting the texture that you need, but you're not getting any residue. So you're not seeing that you used the dry shampoo. So that's what I love.
It's such a beautiful product to work with.
Yes. So I'm only spraying it in this part of the hair because this is going to be braided all from the top, as you can see on this side. So I'm starting here and I'm making at the back kind of like a zigzag version so that it's not like a split. So I'm just creating a little zigzag so that it has a little bit of a softer back when the hair is going to be in the front.
And Sabrina, did you do Jasmine's color as well?
Yes, but it's been a while. When it was
Yeah,
it?
but
December?
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loving the differentiation of the different tones. It's
Oh,
gorgeous.
thank you, dear. Yes, it's another passion, color. I love coloring. But I think you can relate to that, Robbie.
Oh, well, come here. You know, when I look at your page and I see you have such an incredible following, I'd be so jealous. But you are so talented and you really deserve it. But what people don't know, I think, is you actually have a color page too.
Yes, I have.
And I have to say, I had a look through it the other night and I was blown away because you're so multi-talented between...
Thank you.
Not so many people can be, you know, amazing at every aspect of hairdressing, but you're a genius.
Well, I think it's because I've already worked so long in hair, and I was fascinated by doing blonde hair when I was being colored by hairdressers. I've been to a lot of salons and my hair was colored, and sometimes you're like, why is it not colored? Like when you walk out, you're like, oh yes. And I think that was a fascination for me, that I was like, oh, maybe I should start coloring also, because I've been doing styling for 14 years now. Maybe it's time to start something new. And I really, really enjoy it, because for me, this is like a whole new world. It's like totally different from styling. So yeah, I think everybody can relate who loves color, that it's great.
Oh, big time. And I just love the way that you are able to alternate so many different tones in the hair.
Yes,
and you're very soft with your color, but you still get the impact, so you don't compromise the condition. So that's something what I love of one of your many talents.
Oh, thank you, Robbie. So nice to hear, because coloring is kind of new to me. It's my 3rd year.
Oh, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're amazing.
So to go back to this look, I've used the Bond Repair Leave-In Protein Cream. So what this product is known for, it's a leave-in protein cream, and it's kind of like a treatment for the hair. It has bond protecting, so it repairs the bonds. It has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. It has it reduces breakage up to 99%. Normally it's used on wet hair. Put it in, let it air dry or blow dry. I also use it a lot in dry hair as a styling product, or if my hair is dry, just to get it into the ends. And then we go into the other ones. If you don't have caviar and you have My Hair, My Canvas, then we also have the Easy Does It. It's also a really, really nice balm. I think this one is a little bit drier. Again, 100% vegan, botanical caviar. It has the water lily extract for shine. And I can show you, so this will be the Easy Does It. I will put the protein cream next to it. So you can see it has a little bit of a different substance.
And Sabrina,
Yes.
the caviar and the My Hair, My Canvas, are they intermixable?
Yeah, why not? For this look, we don't need to mix them. But you can see that this one is a little bit thinner. It's kind of a little bit softer. This one is a little bit thicker. And what I love about both, that they disappear in the hair. So they don't leave any heaviness or greasiness to the hair. And then we have the Anti-Frizz Blowout Butter.
That's my personal favorite.
Oh my God, mine too. But I always use this one. So I thought for this one, we will use something else, because we have so many amazing products. And when you see this, it's a cream, but when you rub it, it turns into oil. And with this product, you have to be a little bit more careful, because if you use too much, you just need like a tiny bit of this product, because it's very rich in oils. And with this product, you can, if you put too much in it, it will get a little bit, you will feel the product in the hair.
I find also it's really important for whoever's going to use it, whether it's going to be a customer or another stylist, is when you do put it through your hand, you have to really work it through to have an even distribution of it.
And then we have the Replenishing Moisture Leaving Smoothing Jelly. It's completely transparent.
Yeah.
And I always like to call this like it's moisture in a bottle. It's like pure hydration. also disappears very quickly in the hair. So when you move smooth this in, and I also like this really, really on fine hair because it dries so quickly, it's gone. So depending on what look you're going for, how much product you need, again, the anti-frizz blowout butter has the heat protection. So if I would blow dry, I would probably use this one first instead of the others. But now, because we're braiding, I'm using the Bond Repair also because of her blonde hair, and she could use the bond protection. So I don't know if there are any questions about that. But those 4 are amazing to get a lot of moisture in the hair. Just grabbing a towel. I told you I forgot something. Okay. So how's everybody doing? Robbie, how is it in your country? What's up with still in the lockdown?
We are still in the lockdown. We are the longest country in Europe in lockdown. And we're not sure. We're hoping in May to June that we will be back, which is it's a long time away. So it's great to have people as inspirational as yourself and like Nicholas with the education, because you guys are keeping us guys going at the moment, because we're just kind of locked at home. So
it's horrible.
To watch you and to get tips and education is just fantastic, Sabrina.
Great to hear. I hope for you guys that you can also open very fast, because we've only been closed for 3 months and it felt like an eternity. So I can imagine how you guys are feeling. So what I'm doing now is I'm preparing the clip-in braid from Sasha Hair. I'm using this a lot for upstyling. For this braid, we don't need like a really bohemian thick hair. So I only use one on each side. This is really nice because it only has 1 clip, so it's so easy to hide in the hair.
And is that 100% human hair?
Yes. And I love the colors because I have them in 4 colors and they fit every blonde, every brown. So it's very nice to work with.
Gorgeous.
Okay. So on this side, I'm making also a very small zigzag, as you can see, and I'm just pulling the hair from this part back. So normally when you would do on scalp braid, it can become a little bit childish. I don't know if you can relate to that. So for this one, I wanted to have it like really towards the face, like the picture we had from Valentino. It was also like more towards the face instead of to the back. And I thought it looked a little bit more, what's the right word? Like not childish. It looked a bit like
it's more like editorial.
Yeah, exactly.
And it had that kind of bohemian vibe to it as well.
Yes.
Where it's kind of versatile, that you could go to a festival or a fashion show and people would just be in awe of it. They'd just be like, wow.
Okay, so I'm just clipping away like this top part, because here is going to get the clip-in braid. So I'm just putting the clip. And it's always nice to think on what technique am I going to use, how am I going to make it look or have the same feel like that without it being like your 12-year-old, you know? Because that's what happens often when I see braids like this. I'm like, it's nice for a little girl, but not for a confident woman like Jasmine. So I did a little bit of backcombing, and then I got the sheer dry shampoo. Everybody who already watched this knows this amazing product. It's very gentle to the hair, and it's very light, but it locks in the backcombing. So normally when I would do a whole backcombing, when I would use upstyling, I'm using it also to set the backcomb, and also when you're doing brides or other clients, because it's a dry shampoo, it absorbs moisture, so it stays, the hairstyle stays perfectly like the whole day. Okay.
Just gives it that added little bit of texture you need for the oomph for when you're doing any kind of that up style or braiding kind of work.
Exactly. And sometimes I have with powders that it's too rough, and with this one, because it's so gentle, you don't even feel that you have it in your hair. Okay, so I just clipped it in. So that's how easy it is to work. And I'm only clipping this in for the length. If you have a client or a girl who already has like longer length, it's perfect. But because Jasmine has layers, and it's like when I'm braiding this, it will be like her hair will be like here. So I need to have that extra length. You can also see like the difference on how long the extension is, and when you make a braid, that how short it becomes. Because when you're braiding, it comes up.
So it's because you're intertwining the hair, it kind of jumps up.
Yes.
So you need to think of having that extra little bit of length before you start on the style you desire.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're getting the protein cream, I'm putting it on the back of my hand, and I'm putting some in my hand. On the back of my hand is for while I'm braiding, and this is going to be, you can see how soft this is. And I'm just putting it on top of the hair and a little bit on the front, just to get some control. You want me to turn for you guys, like here?
That would be great.
Okay. So because this is going to be a little bit more of a cleaner braid, and of course I'm going to pull it out after, because who am I if I'm not doing that?
Well, you amazed me when the first time I met you was it was actually near this time last year before everything started.
Yeah, it was such an amazing day.
And you said to me, I was like, I can't do this kind of work because I'm a colorist, and you were like, you can. And I just couldn't believe the way you were able to pick out pieces, and you were so confident. Whereas when I do it, I kind of create a mess.
Thanks, yeah, but I think that's something every hairstylist, because I think that's people are afraid to pull out because they think they will ruin the style. Like when you're making a braid, they're like, oh, it's so good, it's perfect, and we have to let it set like this, because if I pull it out, it might lose its grip or it will fall out. But that's where it comes to life, you know? It's like when you pull like a few strands out, or you're making it a little bit wider, you just put some of your style, of yourself in the hair, and it makes it only beautiful.
Well, I think every time you post a picture, and if I see it on Instagram, and if I just see the picture, I know it's yours, because you have your signature kind of look, and that's what makes you different to everybody else.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love clean braids, but then even I was making it yesterday, and then I was like, nah, I need to pull it out. It needs to have some depth on the color. I want to have that you see the colors. So of course, when you're at home and you like to have it more clean, do it like that. Or you want to have it more textured, it's your party. Just go with it. So I'm just showing you the technique that I used. Okay, so we're going to fishtail. So I'm just taking the top part, like completely from the front, and I'm making sure that I have all the hairs in. So this is where you need your cream. I'm going to put some more protein cream. Okay, let's go. So with fishtailing, you're starting with one side to the middle. And the other side to the middle.
So you're working up and over, and you're pulling away from the face.
Yes, you're crossing the strands, but you're still keeping two strands at a time. So every strand goes to the other, and then you're having two strands again. So this one is going over. And now, because this is the second one, I'm just going to pinch, because we need to add from here.
Okay.
Our little baby wants to play. So I'm just grabbing a small piece of hair. And then pulling it together. Pinching it, grabbing it from the other side. Then taking a small piece of hair and going over. Our little Suki's like, whoa, I need to play, man. Let me go.
I thought he was a gift for me.
Yeah, I thought it was a gift for me also, but no.
And Sabrina, what did you do to keep inspired through your lockdown, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh my God, I don't have time enough. I think I did a course on.
Sorry guys,
Final
can
Cut
you
Pro.
go a little bit closer so we're so that we can see how you're braiding
Is
it?
this better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, good guys. So I did a course on Final Cut Pro to edit videos, and finally
Wow.
I had time to do that because I want to learn everything like lightning videos. Because if you have to give that out of your hands, it costs a lot of money and a lot of time. So I wanted to learn that myself.
That's
So
brilliant.
I did that, and of course a lot of videos. I've watched color videos, balayage, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, just to keep up with the new techniques or things I love. But 3 months is enough, right? Because if
Yeah.
longer, I would be like, yeah, what do we do?
Oh, well, I'm close to moving over to you now at this stage if this keeps going on here.
Change jobs, like be a movie director.
Zuma is asking if there's something special about the braid you're doing, Sabrina.
Not yet, because this is a fishtail on the scalp. But now, because we focused on this part, otherwise, if we would have started braiding, we would have got all this hair already in here, right? Then you get this really white braid. But I want to have like, especially on the top, I want to get the dimension that when I pull this out, it's small. If it would have been like really wide, then the braid would be in the middle of this. For me, that's not a good look because I want to have it more towards the face. So I think for this part, the placement is very important, that we've parted the hair up from this top. And now I'm going to take the hair from the side so that it connects with the rest of the hair. So I'm going to grab, I'm going to go over. And these are also smaller parts of hair because we need all the hair to go to the side like this. So don't take too big a sections. I will show you the difference is when you do a different parting than this, how it will look. I have it on the doll.
Can we go a bit closer, please? Thank you.
So I'm just rubbing the protein cream from my hand and just putting it into the braid. And you can see that I follow the shape of the face. So I stay towards the face. I'm not going too far back because I want the braids to be in the face. Okay, so I'm grabbing again. And what you're getting now is when I'm grabbing the hair from this part, you're getting kind of like a dragged fishtail.
It's looking cool and it's looking easy because that's what you do. But I'm kind of going, yeah, if I was to do that, it might take me a lot longer.
I like when you work with really thick sections, you're like really quick. And for me, this takes like forever. But sometimes it's nice to just do something different. Just using my comb just to get the next section.
Sabrina, can I ask you a question?
Yes, of
If
course.
there was one product you had to pick in the alternate caviar range that you could not live without, which product would it be?
I think everybody can answer that. Well, what we talked about, like in the beginning of this, thanks, yes, is, oh my God, there are so many amazing products. But if I have to choose one, I think everybody knows this who knows me. Nicholas already knows what I'm going to say. It will
No,
be
I
the
have no
perfect
idea.
texture
I
spray.
never heard of your favorite product.
No, if I have to choose like really one, because I keep telling that I forgot my blow dryer at a client's, and then that product really saved my life because it gives texture, hold. You can use it as a finish. So for me, that was my savior at that day. So yeah, on that day on, I was like, okay, this product needs to be in my suitcase.
Ineke
no
guessed
matter
it
what.
already, Sabrina.
Yeah. Ineke knows it.
I did notice at the TTT last year, it was one of the products that was beside you all the time.
Yes, it's like Nicholas always saying that I drink it because I use so much of it. They once made a joke out of it that I use more the perfect texture spray than whole Dubai. So I don't forget that I use more than a whole country. Okay, so as you can see now, I will stop adding from here. So what we're going to make is just a twist on the front part, and we're doing the adding on the back part. So what we've done now is we had this part with the split. Mm-hmm. Then we added from the second part, added the hair. And now we're only going to add the back of the head on this side. So you have a short side here and a long side on the back. So again, it's a fishtail. I think most people know how to fishtail, but this is a different way of how to place it and how it comes out. Okay, so going over, adding hair. So instead of adding now from this, I'm only going over to this side. So I'm not grabbing any hair from underneath.
Mm-hmm. And since you've started, you've only used one product, yes?
Yes, the protein cream for this one.
Which is amazing.
Yeah, and it's really light, but it gives a lot of shine. And it makes sure that you don't get the flyaways. Again, the other products are also amazing. It depends on what hair type you have and how much you can use. With this product, you can just use and use, and it will just disappear in the hair. So it's very nice that you don't leave any stickiness around it.
So you get that nice kind of weightless finish to it as well.
Yes, perfect.
Which is fabulous, yeah.
And because you're using it as a styling product, it also repairs bonds. It has vitamin A, C, and D. It has the anti-aging. Yeah, what more do you want from a product?
It's just, any of the alternative products, it's just vitamins and goodness in a bottle.
Yes.
How could we go wrong?
Yes, exactly. Maybe we should do a challenge with use a product you never use and do something with it. Because this is a treatment. You're not. It's not made for styling. But in the end, you can use all the products because they are lightweight. They are so nourishing. But you can still use them as styling products also. Okay. So now I'm going to add the last part. Do you want me to turn, Jazz? So this is the last part. So what I want is when I have my last hair, is that it stops in the neck. So if I would continue adding until here, you will get a dragged, I will turn Jasmine around. This will be dragged down like this.
Yeah.
For the braid. But I want it to be up like this. So you have to know when you part the hair, when to finish. Otherwise, if you take too small sections, you will end up around here. And then you will get like this drag braid. And for me, I don't think it's a really pretty face. So I'm taking the last part. For this, I'm going
It's amazing how you can work with just one product, no pins and clips, and have all that control.
I'm using the City Slay hairspray now just to get the bottom part a little bit controlled. Again, 100% vegan, heat protection hairspray. I'm just putting it back. And it's really, really a really soft hairspray, so it's very workable. Okay, so now we're going in to a normal fishtail. Okay, so fishtail, but we want to make the end of the fishtail organic. I didn't use any pins, any elastics in the hairstyle we posted. Also on the other side, we didn't use any pins or elastics. So I'm just going to continue. Do you want me to turn a little bit? Yeah. So I'm going to drag my hand down. So almost through. So not all the way through. So normally when you would braid, you want to clean up the ends. You want to put your hands through them. But with this, you want the ends to be tangled. So don't go all the way through. Leave them a little bit knotted, as you can see here. Don't clean this up. Leave it as it is. So I'm just continuing, going through. And because I'm sliding down my hand like this, I make sure that the end of the braid is going to be here and not here. If you're not sliding down, your braid will end up higher. So depending on what you want, if you want to stop the braid higher, then don't go down as much. Go down where you want it to stop. But for this one, we want to continue the whole braid. Putting again a little bit more.
So it's really important to keep in mind that the hair will jump as you're intertwining it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just crossing the hairs, going down, crossing the hair. Okay, and you can already think about this technique, that you can make it a lot looser. You can make the braid already thicker. It's just a technique. We had some inspiration, and you can do several variations of it. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Jess. So again,
you're receiving a lot of love regarding this technique, Sabrina.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so again, guys, if there's something you want to see, just tell us, and then we're back next week. You have to turn to the dog. Look at the dog, people.
Oh my God.
It's so cute. So I'm just keep adding a little bit of the protein cream just to keep control of the braid.
Yeah.
And to keep the shine and the moisture in. Okay, so now we can already start to see it's getting easier now, because this one is going to mirror. You see, there already is going to be a fishtail braid at the bottom.
Yeah.
You can see the crossings. So because you didn't went all the way through, it's going to knot itself. And we're going to continue down. I think this is one of the key styling tips that every hairstylist should have. Like this for me is, I use this like every day. So much, and when I learned this style, I was like, what? You see? So I don't do anything about it. I'm just braiding over here, and it mirrors on the bottom.
We should call it the autopilot braid.
Yeah. Nothing organic on. The autopilot. Yeah, it's true. So I'm just continuing, and then the hole will become smaller. So we're almost there. Okay. So for this look, you don't want the hole to be too small, because this hair has to come through. So maybe I can go one more time. I'm searching for the right gap. Okay. So now I'm just pulling the hair through. It doesn't matter if you're pulling it this way or that way. It just needs to go through. So I'm pulling it through the hole and then strengthen it, tighten it. And this way it's knotted. So you don't need any elastic. So for this braid, we didn't use any pins, no elastic.
Gorgeous.
And it's secure. It stays in. I will show you how to take it out on the doll in a second. So then, of course, we need to bring it a little bit to life. We can do that with several products again. So we can use a hairspray, a dry hairspray, that's important. Like the City Slay hairspray, we could use that. We could use the Another Day dry shampoo, or we can use the Perfect Texture spray. So my hand always goes to the Perfect Texture spray, but again, there are several products you can use. Again, the Perfect Texture spray can leave a little bit of white residue because it has the white powder in it. These two don't. So if you have maybe darker hair, it's nicer to use these two. For now, I'm using the Perfect Texture spray. As we already talked about it, I will show you why it's my favorite. So there were some questions about the product. So you have to shake this well because it's kind of like a hairspray with a powder mixed in the can. So you have to shake it, otherwise you will only get the powder or the hairspray. And then what's very important is that you make short spurts and not too close. I even do that also with hairsprays. I'm not going to spray like really close. I always keep a nice distance so that it can fall gently on the hair. So I'm just going to spray over here. And what I like about what we've posted is the difference in the braid. So what you can do is you can pull out the whole braid. That's one option. Or what you can do is make a little bit of a different feeling in the braid and then just pull out certain pieces. So now I'm pulling out this one. And I'm leaving a little piece in between and I'm going to the next. And I'm just pulling out like these wisps. It's like very... And this is what I meant when you pull out, don't be afraid to do this because it will only make it softer, nicer, in my opinion. Of course, if you want to have like, yeah, talk.
When I try to do these kind of looks, and I always remember you in Amsterdam, and I just remember you just pulling, not thinking about it too much.
Yeah.
And I think when you think about something too much, and that was something you taught me in Amsterdam, was I remember you said to me when we were doing this look, you said to me, stop thinking about it and let your hands do the work.
Yeah, and it's like there are no rules for this. It's your style, and I think that's why it's so nice. Is that if you want to have like this whole braid pulled out like this, it's amazing. If you want to have only piece, it's your style, and I think if you let that go, that it has to be like perfectly as it is, and just go with your guts. Just follow where you want, that you're like, oh, maybe I like it here, or and in the worst case, what could happen? You do it again. No, it's
exactly. Never give up.
Yeah. So I'm just pulling out. So you can see the shine from the protein cream, right?
Fabulous.
It's like I'm just putting a little bit of Perfect Texture spray just to get a little bit more of a grip when I pull it out.
What's lovely to see is you have like more of a holistic effect going on in the hair rather than a heavy-handed product effect, which I hate to see a lot of hairdressers use. And that's why I'm such a fan of Alterna, is because they're so free from the radical ingredients contained in most other brands. So you always get that softness, kind of holistic, kind of more of approach, but you still get the proof of the product, which is really important.
Yeah. That's why I've been with them for forever.
How long have you been with Alterna, Sabrina, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know even. It's like 2008. It's been a really, really long time.
Well, do you remember when I met you in Amsterdam and I told you I was the Alterna baby? So really I am.
Yeah.
Because
But sometimes that's really nice, to have somebody with a fresh face, a fresh mind, looking at the brand. And I just love the team we have. Like, everybody is so nice to each other. We have such a great team. We lift each other up, even in these Corona times. Everybody is so nice. There are so many countries I so miss going.
Well, you're still coming to Ireland, you promised me.
Yes, I will for sure. When the borders open, I'm on the first plane.
But I will say that because it was my first TTT in Amsterdam, we work in an area where we come across some big egos.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like that at the TTT. Like, I researched who you were before I went, and I looked at your Instagram and I was like, oh my God, Sabrina Dinkman, Joanna Naves, all these people who are so ahead of me and everything else. But when I left, you really put a confidence in me, and like, I was on such a buzz for about 3 months. I was like, get dolly heads out. I want to do this. I want to try this.
Go.
And it was brilliant.
It's so important, and I can't tell it enough. If I give trainings, I want people to leave with a good feeling, that they're motivated. And I've done enough trainings from people, and then you feel like, oh my God, I'm never ever going to learn this. It's like you're not getting back. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I think what it was in Amsterdam, it was, you are very personable. So you had how many of us? I think there was probably 25, 30 of us. And you still made time to go around to everybody individually, ask them their concerns, what they struggled with, and gave them advice. And for me, that was one of the best training experiences I've ever had.
Oh, thanks. Well, it's like, I always want to give the training that I would want to have. So I can't forget about Michael Sean Corbry. He joined us a few lives ago, and he was such a inspiring man, and I can't say how nice he was. It's like, he was such a great guy, and then he did the hair, and I could assist him, and I was like, yes, what he does, I need to do, and that's how I came with Alterna. So I just love positivity. So
yeah, and that's what we need right now.
Yes,
more than ever.
Love. Okay, guys. Well, I don't know if there are any questions or if it's clear.
No, Sabrina, we don't have any questions. We have a lot of comments. We have Joanna with us watching, and Nikolai also. Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
You have lots of love and lots of hearts, but no questions at the moment.
Okay, that's good.
So I think
maybe we can let Jasmine spin around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. It's so nice to have my assistant with me also.
Multi-talented. Oh, is that not the old model? We don't like her.
Yeah,
we prefer Jasmine.
This is the Jasmine 2.0.
Oh my God.
I even colored her like in Jasmine style. My son said that this afternoon. Oh, but she looks like Jasmine. I said, yes, that's why I bought her. No, so this I wanted to show you the difference in when you're starting too low. So with Jasmine, we started adding the hair up around here, right? So when you start too low with the braid, you're getting like this gap. So that's something nice to think about, is when you start with the braid, is because it's all about the first part that needs to be close to the face. And otherwise it would have been like wide like this, and then this would be in the middle of here. And now because we parted it like this, it can go next to the face. But when you're too late with adding the hair, you will get more of a gap. So you need to add the hair earlier on this stage.
Right.
Like we did on Jasmine.
Makes sense.
So
it looks so much better on Jasmine anyway.
Yes, everything looks
no matter what you do with hair, it will look better.
Well, Jasmine is the perfect canvas.
Yes. The perfect caviar, the perfect canvas.
Oh, she has it all. She has it
We
all.
really
You have
miss
it
you,
all.
Jasmine.
We missed you. Yeah. So I think you can take your mouthpiece off, and then we'll have this one.
Absolutely beautiful. That's so
Stunning.
cool.
Maybe
So
we can
cool.
stop on the
Gorgeous.
side a little bit, so we can see. And again, this is important. Colors, like have somebody with a balayage or with some color difference, because it makes it so much more fun to see all these kinds of different colors.
Beautiful.
So you would advise this look has to be for somebody that's more on the multi-tonal level of blondes.
Yeah, depends. You can use a darker one, or if you want, like the editorial picture was like black hair. So it can be any hairstyle, but if you want to see the depths, and because we pulled this braid a little bit more out, maybe it's nicer to have some color difference from it. You can even use black with a little bit of color in it.
Yeah, I think it's
Fantastic.
always better to have contrast, no? When you do this kind of
Definitely. Yeah.
I get so many
Gorgeous.
questions. Why don't you use brown hair? Because Jasmine's blonde. Sometimes, but also because
we can use
Yeah.
darker hair as long as you have some kind of contrast in it. Because otherwise, if it's too dark, monocolor, normally we have some issues. You can't really see the braid. It kind of gets
exactly.
hidden in the darkness.
Yeah, and that's why when I have clients or brides with one color hair, I always advise them just to get a little bit of maybe a gentle balayage or a few highlights, just to pimp up the style. And if they don't want it, I will advise them maybe a different style that will suit their hair color better when you see it more. So everything is workable, but it depends on the style you're going for.
I just think we're such lucky people that we get to work with such an amazing range.
Yes.
And with such amazing people. Thank you so much.
And no, but even to work with products that, how would I say, they really give you confidence in what you're doing. And like if I'm trying to create a certain look, I know those products are going to say when my client leaves, that style is going to last all night. It's going to last the next day. You get that security, but you're also getting, as you said, Sabrina tonight, there's a lot of vitamins in our products. That's what makes us so unique as a brand.
I think she had enough.
I want that dog.
I think she had enough. She's like ready to go now.
She's like, set me on the ground.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, you can go, Jasmine. We will keep her.
We'll keep her. All right.
See you next week. Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you. Thank you, Sab. Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you all.
Robbie.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for
Lovely
watching.
to see you guys. Thank you again.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.